We are here today with Michael Johnson ahead of his fight at UFC 326 this Saturday against Drew Dober. MJ, I want to start here. I always go scouring through people's Instagrams looking for fun stuff to talk about.
Nothing fun on that.
Well, there's this great video of you sparring with Angie Lusa. Did you feel as cool as you looked when you hit the diving somersault over your other training partners who were grappling?
It's funny. I did feel that cool as it looked. It's fun. I was like, I'm gonna do something cool. Watch this. I'm gonna just jump over these guys. But yeah, it's our sparring room is great, man. There's so much entertainment in there. It's just like pay-per-view fights. I guess not Paramount fights.
Yeah, you got those numbered events.
Yeah.
You said something recently that really stuck with me, especially after UFC Mexico City, where we saw King Green knock out a man you're familiar with, Daniel Zellhuber. You said that there seems to be a skill gap between you and guys of your generation and a lot of the new guys coming up, where they're maybe leaning more on athleticism. Why is it we're seeing that? Why has it been so hard for the new guys to take over the old guard, especially at lightweight?
Yes. I think just 'cause it goes from the beginning. I think these guys are skillful and they're tough. They just are lacking that fight aspect. I think they're a little too focused on TikTok videos and social media and building up their content and doing cool little sparring videos. And they forget, hey, you got to fight. You got to go in here. You got to win. You got to fight. So all that cool stuff can be found outside of the cage. You got to go win.
Okay, well, I'm curious that you said that because you're fighting a very experienced guy in Drew Dober. This is like your 89th combined fight between the two of you. But my man's on social media. He's making his Instagram reels. He's making his TikToks. I see him, and he has just this marauding style. Where would you sort of put Drew Dober on the skill to athleticism?
Yeah. Well, Drew Dober's he's athletic for a short white guy. I give him that. But yeah, he's athletic. He's tough. He can fight and scrap. I think he's in that gauge where he's not too young to fall in with the younger category, but he's not as old as I am to fall into my category. So he deals right in that middle. I haven't looked at his social media, so I didn't know he was getting his content guys and everything. So I hope he hasn't forgotten about fighting, because that's what we got to do Saturday night.
This Saturday's card headlined by Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira for the BMF title. Could I get your Mount Rushmore of just baddest MFers in UFC history?
Ooh, that's a good one. I got to get five of them?
Four.
And
you fought some of them, actually. Fight quite a few of them, possibly.
So we're going lightweight division.
No, it can be anything.
Yeah. Anybody, okay. Well, yeah, I put Khabib up there, for sure. John Jones, of course. Anderson Silva. See, I'm an old guy. I won't say no young guys, probably.
But are those guys hitting that BMF style of just
I think
all
so.
action?
Even though they're not as talented, look what John Jones did to Machida. Is that not the baddest?
Walking off.
Yeah, right. And walk off when John was in his prime, and he's still one of the baddest guys ever. Dustin Poirier, his fighting style, his boxing. That's just bad among bad. You know how it does and goes. So I definitely got a lot of my hats off to these guys.
MJ, you told Alex Behunin that your favorite fighters are Sugar Ray Leonard and yourself. Most people aren't picking themselves, but,
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
Why are you your own favorite fighter?
Because I'm my biggest critic as well. So if I'm not my biggest fan, who's going to be a fan of Michael Johnson if Michael Johnson can't be a fan of himself, but also if I can look at all my downfalls and all the bad things I do and things I'm trying to get over and critique myself in that, then why can't I build myself up as well and be the biggest fan? So, and Sugar Ray Robinson, not Leonard.
Apologies.
Robinson.
Man, I love a comeback story. Shout out to Chris Pratt. And there's one, seeing what you've done in this division is remarkable. You're on the cusp of a 4-fight win streak, tied for your all-time best UFC fight streak, and these are 10 years apart. What stands out to you the most about sort of the journey to get back to this point?
The hard work I've put in, the years of dedication and sacrifice, and being away from all my loved ones and my true family. I moved into Florida just to focus on training itself. So just the big things is my grit of work, all the work I've done. My body's getting better, healthier. I'm looking at this as more I need to be professional. it's not like a thing where I'm just doing it just to make a little money and have a little fun. Like, no, this is what I do. This is my life. So it's time to turn it up a notch.
Now that we're on the other side of it, at what point would you say you were maybe feeling the lowest in your UFC journey?
Oh, man. Sure. I was on a 4-fight losing streak. Yeah, 4-fight losing streak. I couldn't string anything together. I couldn't get a call to save my life. I was losing close decisions. I was getting knocked out at the end of fights. I was winning. You know, it just things weren't going my way. You know, those are low. Money was going down. The fake friends were gone that I thought were true friends. You know, the circle got smaller, but it also got tighter. You know, so that to happen to me was a blessing. You know, all the close people stayed to me, and it started getting better.
Good. Well, clearly it has started getting better. We're well in that process now. I am a sucker for like Ultimate Fighter compilations where people are going mad and trash talking. What is like the wildest thing anyone has ever said to you or that you've seen during a stare down or a fight? Anything stick out?
To me, nothing. Dustin Poirier tried to poke my eye out when we fought in Hidalgo. You can rewatch that clip when we're going off. I called him a cubic zirconia. I'm like, you're a fake ass diamond. Like, you know, like, you're not a real diamond. Like, come on. And I turned that. He just literally tried to poke my eye out. There, we got it to him. It was funny. It was funny. So yeah,
that's a bar, bro.
Yeah. So that was good. So I got my payback from him. But then after that, he got his payback with where his career went, where mine went. So.
Well, we're here now, right?
Yeah. So now we're here, and he's retired, watching me fight Saturday night. So.
As we start to wrap up, you will be competing at UFC 326. You were supposed to fight at UFC 324 against Alexander Hernandez. Fight gets pulled, possibly for some like uncertain betting odds. UFC was on top of it. Can you just like walk me through that whole experience for you, your point of view, day of?
Yeah. Ready to perform, you know, ready to go for Saturday night. You know, I was going to open up a Paramount card. It would have been my streak to be on every like TV deal the UFC's done. I was on the first one, and that killed it. Yeah, just for something that was out of my control and hands. You know, I was on ESPN, Fox, all the first ones. So it would have been incredible to be on the first Paramount card. You know,
did UFC know that when they booked
I don't
you?
think they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they did. But everything works out for a reason. You know, I'm on the BMF fight card now, which, you know, it's fitting. You know, I think I am one of the UFC's BMFs. But yeah, that weekend was just crazy to get told that they were going to pull my fight after all the work I put in, and then but I couldn't do anything. It was out of my control, you know. So you know, Hunter explained it to me, and then we're here. You know, they got me a fight with Drew Dober right away, and it's just a long training camp.
Yes, sir. MJ, before I let you go here, I have a bit of a winner stays on bracket for you. You have fought, I mean, a killer's row throughout your career. So I have about 8 of your top opponents lined up. I just want you to let me know who you think would win the fight. Winner stays on, moves to the next round, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's start. Joe Lozon, Tony Ferguson.
Ooh, Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson, Edson Barboza.
Damn, they fought. Tony beat him, right? Yeah, Tony.
Nasty fight.
Yeah.
Brutal. Tony, Beneil Dariush.
Ooh. I'm going to go Beneil. I'll do Benny now.
Beneil Dariush, Nate Diaz.
Nate. That's going to switch quick.
Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier.
And they've been beefing, too. I'm going to go Dustin.
Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. I mean, we've seen this.
We've seen this, right? Who won that? Justin beat him, right? Yeah.
Head kick.
Yeah, head kick, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Justin.
Okay, well, I have a hunch I know where this is going. Final 2, Justin Gaethje, Habib.
Yeah, Habib, and then I'll get the winner.
And to your point, Habib, BMF, so fair enough, it comes out on top. Michael Johnson, man, thank you so much for the time today. Drew Dober, easy fight of the night, performance of the night candidate. Hope you can catch one of those new 100K bonuses, my man.
Thank you, appreciate it.